Hey there, my name is Marie Hayden. I am the owner of Bliss Pilates, Hayden Fitness, and Renew You Meal Plan. I just wanted to jump in and update you on the thyroid Hashimoto's. And today I want to take a little swing back into history just to give you sort of a chronological breakdown of my journey with Hashimoto's. So I've mentioned before that my girls were born in 2004 and 2005, and it wasn't until about a couple years later that I began experiencing symptoms that were a little odd. So not being able to sleep, definitely had struggled with insomnia for several years. I was irritable, I was not able to lose weight, and an overall just sense of feeling like I just didn't have any get up and go, like I was just spent. And I hadn't really done a heck of a lot. I mean, no more than I was normally doing. So then fast forward to about 2008, 2009 is when I kind of started exploring some things going on with my body. And I've always worked with naturopathic doctors, so I was doing some exploration there. In 2010 is when I went through a heavy metal detox. And what that did is it made me aware that I had heavy metal toxicity. So really I need to reverse my words. I did a test and sure enough, I had high levels of mercury. I had a lot of dental work when I was younger and I was full of mercury amalgam fillings. And further on in our exploration with mercury, I found out that not only did I have these mercury fillings that were causing high level toxicity, but I also had a tooth that was leaching. So what that means is when the dentist went in to start removing the mercury out of my mouth, he noticed that I had a gaping hole and the mercury was actually going right into my body. So it was not blocked. If you want to do some further research, I'm not going to dive too far into that, but basically when you have heavy metal toxicity and mercury poisoning, it's a slow death. So that was quite a bit of a wake-up call for me. I was shocked, I was stunned, but I was also super grateful that I had a dentist go ahead and remove all my mercury amalgams. We actually did it in one foul swoop, and I had all my fillings replaced, which was fantastic. After that, I was also put on a protocol to do infrared saunas. I did that for quite some time. To be quite honest, I can't remember how many months, but I want to say a minimum of 6 months. I was also on some chelators to pull the metals out of my system. And it was amazing after that how my energy started to kind of kick back up a little bit. So at this point, I was also being approached by my family members to make sure that I wasn't just going to a naturopathic doctor, but that I was also seeking a medical physician for my experiences with this hypothyroid. So in that time, I had made an appointment to see my medical doctor. The medical doctor put me on a list, and I would say it was about 1.5 years before I got in to see the endocrinologist. So once I went and saw the endocrinologist, it was quite amazing. I had already been on supplements for quite some time from the naturopathic doctor, and I was starting to feel really good. And what he asked me was, could he see the supplements I was on? So that was pretty exciting because I thought, here's somebody who's actually willing to listen and understand, because sometimes we have a battle between the naturopathic world and general practitioners. And so his comment to me was, which I also found absolutely fascinating and will always remember, is we study our books and the naturopathic doctors study their books. And wouldn't it be amazing if we all got together for coffee someday and we shared the different findings that we have? We'd be solving a lot of issues in women today. So that really resonated with me. I was so grateful for him. So basically what he told me was, you need to keep doing what you're doing if you're feeling great, and we'll continue to monitor you. And if at any time you feel you want to come see me, then we'll book you in again. But it sounds like you're doing really well on the supplements you're taking. And if you don't mind, I'd like to write them all down. So of course I obliged. I left him with all my supplements for a moment while we just sat there in his office, and I just sat in awe. in just extreme gratefulness that he was willing to take down the names of all these supplements, because maybe, just maybe, he's done some further exploration. All right, so now we go jumping ahead a couple years after that heavy metal detox. And I don't want to say it was all great and wonderful and the heavy metal detox like saved me and now I no longer have Hashimoto's. Quite the opposite, actually. So going forward, my TSH levels definitely bounced around. I went anywhere from, say, 14.9 for my TSH, and then at one point I dropped down to like 0.35. So my body was all over the place. We were trying different things, trying a variety of supplements, trying fish oils. I don't do well with a lot of fish oils because I have intolerances and allergies to shellfish, so that made things challenging. I also have food intolerances. I do not have any gluten in my diet, nor do I have dairy or soy or eggs. I've mentioned in previous that I eat pretty much like a vegan who casually eats meat and salmon. So yeah, so we had kind of a bouncing up and down, and I think one of the most amazing things that I found in this journey is that you can continue to do your regular eating, your regular fitness, but at the end of the day, if your body decides that it just wants to do something different, it just will when you have Hashimoto's. So I'm gonna leave it there for today, just giving you a little bit of a flashback, and next time when we meet, I'll bring you up to speed from where we went after the heavy metal detox. Thanks for tuning in, and if you're interested in learning more about Hashimoto's and my journey with intermittent fasting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and if you want to stay up to date on our videos for fitness and intermittent fasting, there's a little bell you can subscribe to and get reminders when we go uploading our new one. Thanks for joining.